Here we are in the Holiday Inn Express Terminal 4. Another one of those airport hotels, quite new, and that's why it's not too bad. Let's begin with, here we have hairdryer, iron, an ironing board, and the plug down there, very smart. Not too much space over here. Here we have the bathroom, enough towels, and I have to say it's very clean, new and shiny. That's nice. I think it's about 4 years old, 5 years old, something like that. And the shower. We have soak amenities and a very interesting looking shower head. It's clean, very nice. I'm sure you guys don't need to see that, but anyway. Here we have a full-length mirror. That's actually quite smart. And the actual room itself. You have a little place to put your suitcase or your bag. This cannot be called a desk. I don't know what you want to call this, but working at this will not be that easy. But it is possible. Here we have the controls, air conditioning. I have to say the temperature in here is quite okay. Very basic coffee and tea facilities. A micro kettle. Enough plugs over here. A very, very decent TV with mobile connect, so that could be quite interesting. Time to watch One Piece today. And the bed. Now, look at all these nice little crumbs here. That's a nice little present for me. Anyway, at least you got 4 pillows. I think we lucked out. The Ibis was a bit older, the Ibis budget that they first tried to give us, because we're here, because we were denied boarding, because they oversold the flight. Now, in general, guys, you should never use these things. You should not even touch them. I'm just touching them because I'm a dirty guy. But these things never get washed. So, as you saw, Anyway, looks pretty clean. It's got a nice little headboard, your phone, more plugs everywhere. You really don't have to worry about that. You've got these little pull-out lights too for reading. And I have to say, not bad actually. Now, what is very interesting is that the view out of this place, wait, let me switch off the light. Interestingly enough, you have a window, a very nice window, but the window faces the inside. There is a roof up there, and so you can look at the people on the other side. I believe we are now facing the side that is the Crowne Plaza, so if you want to spy on people, this is probably the perfect hotel. But we shall close this up and put our lights back on. As I said, we're here because we have to be here. British Airways decided to oversell their plane, so I would say that if that does happen to you and you have a choice, this hotel is pretty okay. The other option was the Ibis Bath Road, which involves taking a bus. That is way more annoying and takes longer. Now, this is in Terminal 4, our flight is in Terminal 5. It did take us, in total, I think, about 20 minutes to get here. So it's not that close, even though it's in the airport. But you have to change 2 trains and yeah, whatever. Anyway, other than that, we're going to try out some food later for dinner, and breakfast is always included in a Holiday Inn Express. So I'll hopefully get to see that unless I wake up a bit too late. But otherwise, in general, I have seen worse hotels. And if you cook, oh, very nice little stain there. All right, it's not the best, but still, you can compare this to the other hotels, the Ibis Styles, to the Mercure Heathrow, and yeah, you can see what you think is better. I, for one, would say that this is not bad. So let's see what the food quality is like, and yeah, give it a rating. All right, guys, see you downstairs.
As I mentioned before, there are 2 hotels in this building, and they are split up by this walkway. On the left here, you can see the check-in area for the Holiday Inn Express where we're in, and on the right-hand side is the check-in area for the Crowne Plaza. There's also a destinations bar down here that seems to be quite popular, and the breakfast area. This is right next to the check-in area, which was always busy, And remember, if you have a delayed flight, you don't have to wait in this line. There's a different line that you have to wait in to get your room. And here you can see what it looks like from downstairs. Now the food, I have to say, this is specifically only for people who have been delayed on British Airways and get housed in this hotel, which they tell me is at least 200 people per day. And the selection was pretty miserable, I have to say. I'm sure the actual restaurant itself is pretty good. Now, I'm sure British Airways is trying to cut corners as usual, and they've given the hotel a tiny budget to feed the people that they delay on a regular basis. So yes, I was very disappointed with the food, considering that the actual menu looked really good. But that's British Airways' issue and not a hotel problem.
I actually slept fantastically. It's a very comfortable bed. That's just the extra bit to add. And now we are off to Hamburg. So let's assume there are no more delays as there were yesterday, or better said, denied boarding. We have a whole set of things that you can order to the room, like toothpaste and sanitary products and God knows what. So I'm really happy that they will deliver it to the room. I assumed I would have to go downstairs to get it. So that's an extra bonus, some very decent service. We found out yesterday if your flight gets delayed, but that's what they fill up first, and once that's full, then you get sent here. But I have to be honest, it was pretty okay.
Anyway, in general, the stay was satisfactory considering what it was, which was a free stopover due to a delay. But the last thing I'd have to say is make sure you keep enough time to get to the airport, because the trains do not go as often and we almost missed our second flight.